Hello, and welcome to Resident Evil. We are doing the Separate Ways campaign today. This is going to do a spin-off campaign that fills in a lot of the holes we have in the main campaign. You see her there now in her new outfit. Also, any apologies if this audio is different than the rest of it. I had to re-record basically everything for Ada's campaign. So this isn't like me going in afterwards and re-recording it. I hope it ends up being better quality. So we spawn in and we find Luis in his jacket. We love his jacket. This little dance. Great character. I love Luis.
Parece que me toca bailar, hermano.
And then out of nowhere, bam, bam.
That's no way to finish a dance.
And Ada steps out. She was disguised as one of the Plagas. And they do a fancy little pose.
Your favorite, I believe?
Excellent timing, Ada. You know how I feel about being tied up.
On Ada's part, I think she knows he just likes to flirt.
Many thanks.
He's a self-styled
See,
ladies'
those
man.
annoying
This is a
mobs
way
took
to
everything from
help
me.
ensure cooperation.
Including the amber?
No. Cleverly hidden just before they grabbed me.
Well, then lead the way.
She is here looking for the amber, as we know. The vial
here we
she
go.
picked up at the end of Leon's
This way.
campaign.
Is it close?
Not exactly. But it's safe.
No amber, no deal. You
She's
know
real
the terms.
focused on that amber.
We're good. We're good. What do you want with it anyway?
I don't know. Yet.
And we are in the dungeons of the castle. The one we get to. That's basically the second level for Leon. She starts out here, so she can rescue
We've got
Luis,
company.
and then
They're looking
Luis
for us.
goes out and we bump into him as Leon. He gets captured again. He stays getting
Understood.
captured. The amount of kidnapping in this game.
Up you go, Luis.
Arriba y listo.
Touch the amber. We'll meet up later.
No! Sorry, what kind of a man leaves a lady... Then we meet at the church. Let's not make it a funeral, eh?
And she starts immediately kicking him. She don't need these. And he gets right back up. We're going to be seeing a lot of her. Actually, it's a her. And you get marked by that. Remember that? That's going to pop up later in the campaign.
Not nearly good enough.
I was just starting off, just nailing some headshots. I was really proud of that. I'm probably not going to have as much commentary in the fights because most of that's pretty organic as it happens. It's hard to recreate that in post. So we've been having some issues with the knife. We should be getting it sorted out. We are just step by step. I just have to learn to use technology. What you're seeing here with all the flames and the ghost versions of him is he has started to get in our head through that drop of the scar on our arm. Whenever he got us with that acid, he got into our head. We'll see exactly what that means later in the game, but for now he's just messing with our perceptions. She can't trust what she sees when that thing is around. He fades away, like my father. Just disappeared, gone with the wind.
And stay gone.
Just checking around a bit for loot. I remember there being a bunch in Leon's campaign, so I was gonna see what I could get. And we can move on.
Control, come in. Louise hit the amber, but I've sent him to retrieve it. Control, do you copy?
I'm listening.
It's our first glance of Wesker. We're going to be seeing a ton more of him in this campaign.
And? What will you do about it?
Louise is already en route to the church. I'm tracking him every step of the way.
Very well. Then I suggest you hurry.
Copy. Just need to confirm my route first. Heading out to get a visual of the area.
And she has this cool spy eye thing. She's got computers in her irises.
That's where I need to go.
Stick to the high ground. You have the means. Don't forget your mission. The Amber. Nothing else matters. Wrap this little tour up and bring it to me.
Understood. But maybe a little sightseeing first.
Nothing too hard in this section. We see the cultist Plagas from the castle. I tried to start off with stealth, because once you get seen, the trebuchet starts shooting. We hate that. This whole section and both of their campaigns is probably one of my least favorite. That and the Mendez chase scene. I hate being flanked and shot at when I can't stand and fight back. But I'm proud of how this section went. A lot of good stealth kills before we got seen. we send the cannon up and we can finally shoot back.
Things are heating up. I'll need to disable the catapults. Next.
I meant to describe her weapons. She starts off with a pistol, like most of these games, but she also gets the ammo box, which is the SMG we saw her use against Sadler whenever she was saving us. It's exactly what it sounds like. You get like 100 bullets in that thing. It's probably the only SMG I normally use in this game, because on Leon's campaign, it doesn't fit the vibe for the rest of it.
That did the trick.
I like to stick with the pistol and the shotgun, because he picks up the shotgun off the wall, and I like the idea of him grabbing that in the very beginning, there's some old farmer's shotgun, and using it all the way till the end of the game. I like the idea. Oh, apologies for this. Again, we've been having some issues with the audio. This shouldn't happen too much. And if they get any longer than that one, I'm going to be editing them out, which is going to be the reason for any weird little jumps you'll see. Got some loot, and we shoot a cannon at some dudes. That went really well. I like, do they give you an option early on? Because Ada's campaign is generally more difficult than Leon's. They give you an option to loot a bunch of dudes without shooting before the actual fights. And then you saw I got murked right there at the end. I looked up and it just hit me. It looked like a cartoon. And that brings the first chapter to the end. Generally, we're going to be ending these on chapters, but that was like 15 minutes, so no point in ending it here. We escaped the castle and we caught another glimpse of our stalker.
So he wants me to retrieve the amber. An object of ill omen. What terrible actions will be done in its name, and who will pay its dark cost? Because in this world, someone always pays. Best not to ask who or why. I understood that. Made my peace with it. Until that one night in Raccoon City changed everything.
We begin chapter 2 and we get a bit of Ada's perspective. She is like a hardcore pragmatist. There's bad things in the
I'm
world.
heading to meet Louise at the rendezvous.
There's not
right
much
now.
she can do about him, but she can make some money off it at least.
Don't get careless.
Copy. Ada out.
Almost at the church.
Section went really well. This is a nice, cool intro to her grappling gun in combat, and just a reintroduction of the stealth mechanics, if you didn't remember them from the first section. We get into our first mini boss, the quick heads. We got a bunch of flashbangs we can use. Another great thing about Ada is her melees. You saw there, you can do a melee from a distance. She will use the grappling hook to close the distance. And I tried to dodge there. You saw her get murked. That almost killed me. Luckily we have some healings.
I'm seeing quite the crowd here. I wonder what has them so riled up.
The president's daughter. Undoubtedly.
Couldn't have picked a worse time.
Consider the village infected. Complete local saturation.
I've read the file. I'll see what I can do.
So, complete local saturation. Everyone is infected, so it's kill on sight with everybody here. There's not going to be any regular humans. Wesker has sent us on this mission. He is behind Ada trying to get the Amber. And as we'll see, this leads directly into the events of Resident Evil 5. Real slow start on this level. Nothing too exciting. It picks up as we go. Nice headshot. I was real proud of this section. As I had just come off of Leon's campaign, so I finally got a hold of a lot of the mechanics, and finally being able to interact with the melee mechanic without the added restriction of running up on people was really freeing. You go in from the outskirts, and if you remember, I think, yeah, again, this was a lot better organically. I do apologize for the drop in quality. She can go over, which is why this door was closed after when Leon showed up. I love that backflip, and like using the windmill is like the moving thing is like a way to drop onto the roof. It's fantastic. She's really well done in this. They nailed her.
Why am I not surprised? Sounds busy. Let's see if we can find another route to the church.
So she's headed to the church to meet up with Luis.
This way looks promising.
So this part, I was struggling with finding the third one. I had found 2 already, and I just wanted to keep it moving. So I just brute forced it. Don't judge me too hard. I figured brute forcing it would take less time than running all the way back down there.
Here we are. The church.
And we have made it to the church. We move around a lot quicker than Leon. And this lets her story, it's a lot shorter, but she covers about the same distance. She goes basically everywhere at the same time as Leon. The grappling hook and like the scene changes moving along a lot faster. Her campaign is shorter, but she's going everywhere too.
I'm empty.
So we've made it. Luis is nowhere to be seen. And behind those locked doors is Ashley. She could look out the window and just see Ada chilling outside. I love that. I love that. I think it's hilarious. She even goes on the roof, I'm pretty sure. And we also find here, if you remember back in Leon's campaign, the first initial fight with the village. When he gets attacked by Chainsaw Man and everybody, and we pick up the shotgun. A bell rings after a certain amount of time,
Sounds like you
and
could use a little help.
all of the villagers hear it and go to gather at the church. Ada was the one that set off the bell. There was no Plaga person calling them back. So this is going to be the first time out of many that Ada is going to save Leon, because he is a damsel in distress.
Don't worry, Leon. First time's free.
Everybody's
Don't
got
keep me
snarky
waiting.
comments.
We just lost Lewis's signal. Somewhere in the vicinity of the forest. Expect the worst.
That's near Mendez, isn't it? He has a house there. Could be worth taking a look.
Do it. I'll see what I can find from my end.
So we're headed to Mendez's house, because that is going to be the last place that
Should have known.
Luis was seen. If you remember back in Leon's campaign, Luis is now locked in a basement. Because he got captured again. All the men are damsels. So all of the villagers that we called away from the village are now coming to the church. So Ada has to fight them. Which is why they were all shambling up in a group like that. We also bump into the merchant for the first time.
Hey, stranger. So what are you buying?
You've picked quite the place to set up shop, stranger.
Aye. And look what it brought me.
We love the
Well,
stranger.
Welcome.
We love the merchant.
Came into some other bits and bobs too, mate.
So the sawed-off is, I love the sawed-off in this one. It's Ada's unique shotgun. Basically acts like the pump action one, but it looks a lot, like, really sleek and...
A deal well struck. Give
looks
that
really
the
sleek
care
and
it
cool,
deserves.
and it has the handle hanging off the grip. And it just matches her whole kit. Like, it looks like an ensemble. And all of this stuff matches, so it doesn't mess with the vibe for me, which is my only problem with a lot of the other guns. The rifle goes immediately into storage. We will not touch that thing again until we hit regenerators. Which again, I find, like, I love the regenerators. They're a fantastically designed enemy. They put a lot of pressure on you. And the whole expectation of having to nail a specific perfect shot on them as they're coming towards you with all that pressure they built up is fantastically executed. My only problem is you have to use one specific gun to be able to pull that off with the biosensor scope on the rifle. If I wanted to, I should be able to beat the entire game with a pistol. So either make the biosensor scope something that you can put on every gun, or just switch up the enemy. Like, I'm not sure if there's a way you can kill them with something else. I'm not good enough at the game to figure it out if we have, but it shouldn't be that hard. So we step out of the path to the church. You can see the cop over there. They lasted like 5 seconds. Those poor cops. And you can tell by the flames we're gonna bump into our familiar friend.
Won't let me go so easily, huh?
Same mechanics as the first one. Nothing too good, nothing too
Looks
new,
like that was
but we have some new
effective.
tools to use on him. He's a really fun fight.
The fog. It's getting thicker. Not fond of that, are we?
Coming at us. We finally get to the end of it. We saw it messed with our head at the last second and made us tweak the gun so we didn't hit it.
What is wrong with me? Okay. Now for the village chief's house.
So now we can explore the village. We're gonna grab around for some loot. There's one section that Leon can't get into right now. He needs to come back with Ashley. Ada has a grappling hook, so she can go right in there. With all of that done, we can finally move on to the village chief's house. We gotta find that Luis. There's so many twinks in danger in Ada's campaign. She's gotta save them all.
Should be just up ahead.
And this is gonna be the second time Ada saves Leon.
Your blood has accepted the gift.
Mendez is choking him. Well, we're the ones that shoot in the window. I don't know that Ada even saw her or Leon even saw Ada do that. His eyes were probably on Mendez, and then he got thrown to the side. So far he has no knowledge that Ada was the one to save him. Just someone, like, the church bell could have been anything, and then someone shot Mendez. Which is a detail I love. And that will bring this chapter to a close. Thank you very much for watching. We'll pick it up next time. Have a great rest of your day.